Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Give or assign a resource to a particular person or cause. Take possession of by force, as after an invasion. Suitable for a particular person or place or condition, etc. A book not appropriate for children. Give or assign a resource to a particular person or cause. Make it possible through a specific action or lack of action for something to happen. This sealed door won't allow the water come into the basement. Allow or plan for a certain possibility. Concede the truth or validity of something. I allow for this possibility. Let have. Mandela was allowed few visitors in prison. Allow the presence of or allow an activity, without opposing or prohibiting. We don't allow dogs here. Consent to, give permission. I cannot allow you to see your exam. Allow the other, baseball team to score. Afford possibility. This short story allows of several different interpretations. Make a possibility or provide opportunity for, permit to be attainable or cause to remain. The evidence allows only one conclusion. Grant as a discount or in exchange. The camera store owner allowed me $50 on my old camera. Give or assign a resource to a particular person or cause. I will earmark this money for your research. A distinctive characteristic or attribute. Identification mark on the ear of a domestic animal. Give or assign a resource to a particular person or cause. Something kept back or saved for future use or a special purpose. A district that is reserved for particular purpose. The trait of being uncommunicative, not volunteering anything more than necessary. Armed forces that are not on active duty but can be called in an emergency. An athlete who plays only when a starter on the team is replaced. Formality and propriety of manner. Arrange for and reserve, something for someone else, in advance. Reserve me a seat on a flight. Hold back or set aside, especially for future use or contingency. Medicine. Potential capacity to respond in order to maintain vital functions. Obtain or arrange, for oneself, in advance. We managed to reserve a table at Maxim's. Give or assign a resource to a particular person or cause. Make inoperative or stop. Annul, a legal decision. The court set aside the conviction. The act of taking of a person by force. Take possession of by force, as after an invasion. The militia captured the castle. Succeed in catching or seizing, especially after a chase. The act of forcibly dispossessing an owner of property. Capture as if by hunting, snaring, or trapping. Attract. Cause to be enamored. She captured all the men's hearts. Any process in which an atomic or nuclear system acquires an additional particle. A process whereby a star or planet holds an object in its gravitational field. Bring about the capture of an elementary particle or celestial body and causing it enter a new orbit. This nucleus has captured the slow-moving neutrons. Succeed in representing or expressing something intangible. Capture the essence of spring. The removal of an opponent's piece from the chessboard. Take possession of by force, as after an invasion. Bring under control by force or authority. Conquer one's desires. Overcome by conquest. Conquer your fears. Take possession of by force, as after an invasion. The invaders seized the land and property of the inhabitants. Take temporary possession of as a security, by legal authority. The FBI seized the drugs. Take hold of, grab. The sales clerk quickly seized the money on the counter. Seize and take control without authority and possibly with force. Take as one's right or possession. She seized control of the throne after her husband died. Effect. Fear seized the prisoners. Capture the attention or imagination of. The movie seized my imagination. Hook by a pull on the line. Take or capture by force. The terrorists seized the politicians. Make right or correct. Correct in opinion or judgment. Time proved him right. Intended for the right hand. A right-hand glove. The piece of ground in the outfield on the catcher's right. Informal, very. Used informally as an intensifier. A right fine day. Exactly. Socially right or correct. It isn't right to leave the party without saying goodbye. Southern regional intensive, very, to a great degree. They have a right nice place. Anything in accord with principles of justice. He feels he is in the right. In an accurate manner. He guessed right. Those who support political or social or economic conservatism. Those who believe that things are better left unchanged. In accord with accepted standards of usage or procedure. What's the right word for this? Precisely accurate. Free from error, especially conforming to fact or truth. The right answer. To a complete degree or to the full or entire extent, whole, is often used informally for wholly. She felt right at home. Make reparations or amends for. Right or wrongs done to the victims of the Holocaust. Appropriate for a condition or purpose or occasion or a person's character, needs. The right man for the job. Most suitable or right for a particular purpose. The right time to act. In the right manner, correctly, suitably. The hand that is on the right side of the body. He writes with his right hand but pitches with his left. In accordance with moral or social standards. That serves him right. An interjection expressing agreement. An abstract idea of that which is due to a person or governmental body by law or tradition or nature. Certain rights can never be granted to the government but must be kept in the hands of the people. A turn toward the side of the body that is on the south when the person is facing east. Take a right at the corner. Being or located on or directed toward the side of the body to the east when facing north. My right hand. Frequently plural, the interest possessed by law or custom in some intangible thing. Mineral rights. Having the axis perpendicular to the base. A right angle. In conformance with justice or law or morality. Do the right thing and confess. In or into a satisfactory condition. Things are right again now. Location near or direction toward the right side, i.e. the side to the south when a person or object faces east. He stood on the right of or belonging to the political or intellectual right of the side of cloth or clothing, facing or intended to face outward. The right side of the cloth showed the pattern. Put in or restore to an upright position. They righted the sailboat that had capsized. Regain an upright or proper position. The capsized boat righted again. Toward or on the right, also used figuratively. He looked right and left. Appropriate to. Behavior befitting a father. The quality of ability and work that is appropriate for students in a specified grade. Having only superficial plausibility. The sound made by a gentle blow. Hit lightly. Pat him on the shoulder. A light touch or stroke. Pat or squeeze fondly or playfully, especially under the chin. Exactly suited to the occasion. A pat reply. Appropriate for a condition or purpose or occasion or a person's character, needs. Everything in its proper place. Having all the qualities typical of the thing specified. Wanted a proper dinner, not just a snack. Limited to the thing specified. The city proper. Marked by suitability or rightness or appropriateness. Proper medical treatment. Introducing a different topic. At an opportune time. Your letter arrived apropos. Of an appropriate or pertinent nature. An individual quantity of food or drink taken as part of a meal. His portion was larger than hers. Assets belonging to or due to or contributed by an individual person or group. Something less than the whole of a human artifact. The allotment of some amount by dividing something. Money or property brought by a woman to her husband at marriage. Give out. Your overall circumstances or condition in life, including everything that happens to you. Success that was her portion. Something determined in relation to something that includes it. I read a portion of the manuscript. Give out. Allow to have. Administer or bestow, as in small portions. Decide as to where something belongs in a scheme. The biologist assigned the mushroom to the proper class. Attribute or give. Make undue claims to having. Give an assignment to a person, to a post, or assign a task to a person. Select something or someone for a specific purpose. The teacher assigned him to lead his classmates in the exercise. Give out. We were assigned new uniforms. Attribute or credit to. Transfer one's right to. Make undue claims to having. Seize and take control without authority and possibly with force. Take as one's right or possession. Demand as being one's due or property. Assert one's right or title to. Make a pretense of. She assumed indifference, even though she was seething with anger. Put clothing on one's body. The queen assumed the stately robes. Take on as one's own the expenses or debts of another person. Seize and take control without authority and possibly with force. Take as one's right or possession. He assumed to himself the right to fill all positions in the town. Take on a certain form, attribute, or aspect. She assumed strange manners. Take on titles, offices, duties, responsibilities. When will the new president assume office? Occupy or take on. He assumes the lotus position. Take to be the case or to be true, except without verification or proof. I assume his train was late. Take up someone's soul into heaven. This is the day when Mary was assumed into heaven. Take up, as of debts or payments. Free someone temporarily from his or her obligations. Take over ownership of corporations and companies. Do over. Take up and practice as one's own. Take on as one's own the expenses or debts of another person. Seize and take control without authority and possibly with force. Take as one's right or possession. Take on titles, offices, duties, responsibilities. Seize and take control without authority and possibly with force. Take as one's right or possession. He usurped my rights. Take the place of. Gloom had usurped mirth at the party after the news of the terrorist act broke. Transmit or serve as the medium for transmission. The airwaves carry the sound. Transfer, entries, from one account book to another. Have with oneself, have on one's person. I always carry money. Drink alcohol without showing ill effects. He had drunk more than he could carry. Serve as a means for expressing something. Continue or extend. Include as the content, broadcast or publicize. Win approval or support for. Have on hand. Do you carry kerosene heaters? Behave in a certain manner. Contain or hold. Have within. Propel. Move while supporting, either in a vehicle or in one's hands or on one's body. You must carry your camping gear. Support or hold in a certain manner. Be pregnant with. I am carrying his child. Be able to feed. This land will carry 10 cows to the acre. Bear, a crop. This land does not carry olives. Bear or be able to bear the weight, pressure, or responsibility of. How many credits is this student carrying? Be conveyed over a certain distance. Be equipped with a mast or sail. This boat can only carry a small sail. Be necessarily associated with or result in or involve. Be successful in. Capture after a fight. Compensate for a weaker partner or member by one's own performance. I resent having to carry her all the time. Cover a certain distance or advance beyond. Extend to a certain degree. Carry too far. Have a certain range. Have as an inherent or characteristic feature or have as a consequence. These bonds carry warrants. Have on the surface or on the skin. Carry scars. Have or possess something abstract. I carry her image in my mind's eye. Include, as on a list. Keep up with financial support. Pass on a communication. Propel or give impetus to. Pursue a line of scent or be a bearer. The dog was taught to fetch and carry. Secure the passage or adoption of bills and motions. Sing or play against other voices or parts. He cannot carry a tune. Take further or advance. Carry a cause. The act of carrying something. Transfer a number, cipher, or remainder to the next column or units place before or after, in addition or multiplication. Put down 5 and carry 2. Win in an election.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.